Hey, everybody. Good morning. Just want to share another motivational encouragement Monday message for you. Now, like always, I do want to start off with a scripture. Now, this scripture is First Corinthians 16:14, and this is out of the Passions, Passion Translation. Sorry. It goes by, let love and kindness be the motivation behind all that you do. With that being said, it leads me to a story that I heard about a contractor. Now, this contractor, he had a business partner. I guess he was the financial, the contractor was the builder. Now, he would provide everything. He would always build the best products, best houses, best of everything, was number one in his class. Now, it started winding down to his end of his career to where he started, I would say, you know, thinking about what he wants to do for his retirement. Now, it came down to the final job to where it was the last house. The business partner talked to the contractor. He actually explained to him that, hey, with all you did, this has been a special bond. This is our last project. Just want to make sure this is good and, everything goes well. So the contractor started. Now, because he was in that mindset of retirement, of not really wanting to do that much, kind of was already looking out the exit route. He wasn't really into it. So normally of him buying the expensive lumber for framing, he went the cheaper route. Now, instead of buying the really expensive concrete, he bought a little and he watered it down to stretch it out. Now, instead of buying the real expensive nails, rust proof, everything, he actually decided to go the cheaper route. He started building this house, just thinking that, hey, this is my last project. Didn't really give too much into it. Then, towards the end of the project, he gets finished. They meet up. They actually start talking about, hey, how much of a pleasure it was working with each other. And then the business partner begins to tell him that he is so thankful for him. If it wasn't for him and them working together, they wouldn't be as successful as they were. So, as a token of his appreciation, he grabbed the keys and he decided to hand it back to the contractor. Now, in that moment, what and this is what I thought to myself is, what do you think the contractor was thinking? A lot, I think what we live in life is that regret. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done this. And change, got good concrete, got good lumber, got good nails, everything that supports it. Now he's now living in a house that he's not really happy, and he's living in his flaws because he no longer gave it that 100% or gave it his best and had that love. So this kind of led me to the question of, are you giving it your best every day? I heard this thing at the end of the day, think to yourself, could you have done more? I know, of course, if you're an overachiever like myself or try to be, you're there's always more to be done. But on the other hand, if you think that you accomplished everything that day, you really feel happy. How do you think that contractor felt in that moment? And I think that pertains to a lot about what we feel in life when we feel that we should have gave it our all, but we did not. To give you a perfect example is this morning. I woke up, I wasn't feeling 100%, but I had to get in my morning routine because I know for a fact once I get up, once I get going, once the neurons is firing, once everything's going, everything else is easy from that point. It's just the point that of getting up, getting there, being our best. I know it's hard, and this is where we do it daily. If we practice it on a daily. To give you kind of another example, because I would rather use myself as an example, than to use anything else. Now, when I do my workouts, anything like that, there's I always say if you're not feeling that complete burn, there's always a one more. Now, from feeling that one more, I also heard this as we only can take one or two things home with us. And that's the very last sets, our hardest efforts that we throw throughout the day. And by the end of the day, I don't think we ever feel bad for giving our best. And then at the end of the day, even if we come up short, we know we gave it our best. And that's the most important thing is knowing that you gave it your best that day. Feeling inside that you feel confident that you did try to achieve or gave it 110%. This is also where I also can, it's you against you, really. There's nobody else blocking your path, your point of view. All you have to do is get up and give it your best. I do a lot of volunteer work for our church, and ever since I started, I feel like it's important I give my best because I never know what anybody's going through. And I would love to change somebody's state. I think the best thing we can do for each other is help. The best feeling that we get is to help one another without wanting anything in return. And I think really that's the definition of aloha, where you're just giving and you don't expect anything in return because it's what you are, it's who you are. I heard this phrase, from Pastor Bo, if you squeeze yourself, what comes out? If you squeeze a lemon, lemon juice, squeeze an orange, orange juice, squeeze what comes out of you. They should see the godliness. They should see the self-respect, the confidence, the discipline, that you're sharing with others and you're bringing value. Now, on that note, I do want to say that's what we're here to do is bring value, and I hope this brought value to you and could help you in a time where maybe you're not feeling so great. But I do want to thank you. Aloha. Love you guys. Thanks for the support. Share this message with anybody you feel that needs to hear it. Now, also remember this question. At the end of the day, are you giving your best? Again, aloha.